Last video I updated you on everything I had bought in the last month and the things that I had kind of forgot about previously, and the online orders that, you know, it took a little bit to get here or were kind of like in the cuff of the month that they got missed in the last or in the last purchases, but that was what it is. So today we're going to counteract that with everything I've used up this month. And I have to say, looking at the list, because I keep track of it throughout the month, I was like, okay, this month doesn't actually look that good. But in the end, I did use a lot of higher priced items, so it wasn't like a $2 item I used up here or a $2 item there. Like, they were actually pretty decent size items. And I think you got to remember sometimes too, did I say this last time? I might have said this last time, but things like full-size moisturizers are not meant to be used up in a month. There's a whole reason they last like 6 months. So, you know, just because you don't have like a long list of empties doesn't mean that you're not making good progress. So I needed a reminder of that. So just in case you need a reminder of that, progress is still progress, and sometimes it's more progress than you think it is. So that being said, I'm going to jump into the stuff that John contributed this month. I never count his stuff into, or I never accumulate his stuff into my numbers below, but just to share with you in case. First one is the Alafia deodorant mandarin charcoal neem turmeric. I said that completely out of order, but absolutely love this. I throw out the little piece that has the deodorant, kind of like we scrape as much as we can out of it, and then I just throw that out because I'm too lazy to clean it, and now I just feel like an asshole for admitting that, but I do recycle the rest of it. But you can still smell it, still lingering. Oh my god, I love it. He smells like a fresh ripe orange every time he uses this, and I am a-okay with that. One product that I'm happy is out of his collection. This is the I Am King by Sean John, and it's just your typical, okay, there's probably a better way to describe it, but I feel like it's that fresh, clean man smell without smelling like fresh rain. No, that was not a good thing. Anyways, it's just typical and it's okay, and luckily he used this like just going out to like give him that freshened kind of scent to it, so it's not like a lot of the times when we were hanging out, which is happy because I am not the biggest fan of this. I like it when he smells like fresh oranges or something spicy. Like, I like those fruity sweet smells or like spicy vanilla scent. So I'm happy that one's gone because that one was not my favorite. However, I know he did enjoy it and he probably would repurchase it if we didn't have more to go through and if it was a good price. So that's that. Moving on to the stuff that I used up. Let's start with the thing that's always in here. Dr. Jart Cicapair Tiger Grass Nightly Repair Mask. Love this stuff. Only used up 2 this month, so that's not too bad. I am trying to only use them as I need them right now in summer, so if I get a little bit too much sun, or sometimes like I had that really bad reaction the other day, and it's so funny because I had a really nasty reaction after that too. Oh my god, this has not been a good month. So just a little backstory. You saw my first day beauty video where I was like, don't touch that product with a 10-foot pole. So luckily something like this helps calm my skin down after that. But unfortunately after that we also had another incident with, it wasn't the product initially. The problem was is I did like 10 eye swatches in one day and I should have known better. And this product that I used ended up being a little too harsh for using it 10 times within like an hour. So my eyes swelled up, I had a leaky eye problem again. And then I used a product the other day. It was just like a coffee scrub, but it was infused with coconut and grapeseed oil. And I'm okay with coconut. I don't digest it very well, but topically I'm okay with it. Grapeseed oil, perfectly okay with it. Coffee, but I don't know what it was with this. Like, my whole entire throat area got like beet red, it got bumpy, it got itchy, and it kind of moved towards my chest. And so like I took some Benadryl, put some cream on it, woke up the next morning and like my whole entire face was swollen. I'm like, oh, this is not doing good. So again, that's where I've been using these this month. I'm trying to save them for winter when I know that my skin is going to need an extra bit of love, but this was a bad month for reaction. So yeah, I think it's time to take a break from anything new right now, use what I know works, and then start using new things again, because my face probably just hates me. Like, my décolleté and up just hates me. However, saying that, something that's not new to me, but I did have a larger size of it. This is the Tatcha Deep Cleanse. This is not made for my skin type. This is meant for somebody who has more oily skin. However, in the summer, I do tend to perspire more just because it is like randomly 30 degrees right now. And I find that this is really nice. It does have little pieces of loofah in it, so it does give you a little bit of exfoliation, but to be quite honest, it's so inconsistent in the thing that It only really exfoliates where you can actually feel it on your skin, but as a general basic cleanser, it does feel really nice and refreshing. So I actually enjoyed that one this summer. Wouldn't repurchase it just because if I don't use it up in the summer, it's just gonna sit in my cupboard all winter, and that's not cool. Two products that I used up were by Kula. This is the SPF 15 Sports Lip Luxe Peppermint and Vanilla. Like the taste of this or the scent of this, however, you know where you can like smell it and halfway taste it? That's what I meant with this, but it's like, it was nice. And then I also have the Cucumber Moisturizer Classic Sunscreen in SPF 30. Really enjoy this one. This one's a matte finish, and I think for a sunscreen that's really nice. Like, I have pretty much normal skin, very irritable normal skin, but the matte is nice just because when you go out in the sun you feel like you're less shiny and less gross on 30-degree days. So really enjoyed this one. I found this was pretty basic, so unless I found these at a good price, I probably wouldn't spend my money on it, but they were nice. So yeah, only if it's a good price. What else we got? I can't believe this. There's just little plastic pieces in here, so when I recycle them, that way I can recycle my little plastics. So that's what you're hearing rolling around. This is the Quantum Sterling Tone Balancing Shampoo. I don't have white blonde hair right now, but I used to, and knowing what I know from back then, this was not my favorite. I think this is this would be recommended to somebody who only needs a half-ass bit of toning. Like, if you're going for white blonde or like purple blonde, silver blonde, this is not it. This is more just, oh, I'm just trying to keep the yellowness down in my normally natural yellowy yellow hair. Like, it was very basic, so yeah. I'm trying to like be nice about it, but no, I don't recommend that one. This one, however, is the Blondes and Highlight 60-second treatment. I didn't use this one on bleached hair. I used this one on the hair, my natural hair that I have now, and I found it actually really nice. It just felt really nourishing, really hydrating. That's what I'm more going for right now, is that my hair doesn't feel dry like I put oil in it, but for some reason it's still just, it's like if your hair could be dehydrated. That's what my hair feels like, so I'm just trying to put love back into it without using oils, if that makes sense. And I found that this actually helped, so that was a really nice surprise. Next thing we used up is a fragrance. Oh my god, I used a fragrance. It made zero dent in my horrible perfume collection that I have. And I like this one. It's just a fruity smell. There is some floral with it, but I feel like they're underlying floral notes. But it's called Marine Grove by Escada. Escada is really good at coming out with a yearly fragrance that's just absolutely delicious. I think it was last year they came out with a watermelon one, and I just wanted to bathe in that one. It smelled so delicious. So happy to have this out of my collection. Always look at Escada when they come out. Unfortunately, they just don't last very well on my skin. I've tried to stop putting fragrance on my skin in general and try and spray it on my clothes now. Just because I don't really want fragrance on my skin, just because it is pretty much pure chemical and alcohol. So I do love the scent of it. It does last a little bit longer on my clothes, but it still doesn't really last that long. However, this is very old at this point, so that could have something to do with it, but I remember it not really lasting before either. So moving on to another scent. This is Clementine California by Atelier Cologne. Love this one. This one, kind of like the perfume version of the deodorant, so it's a very ripe, fresh orange scent. Like, you could be standing outside smelling your fresh oranges. That's what this one reminds me of, where this one is just the orange. So really enjoyed this one. Again, doesn't last the longest on my skin, lasts better than the Escada though, but yeah, I really like the scent of this one. I'm gonna skip to some samples that I have now just because it's also by Atelier. It's the Orange Sanguine. So that one was the California Clementine. This is the Orange Sanguine. However, as much as this one is like fresh, real oranges, this one is like perfumey oranges. How do I put it? It says it's fresh, but I feel like it has some hints of floral in it because it also irritates my head, and typically it's only florals that irritate my head. So fresh, ripe oranges, florally perfumated oranges, if that makes sense. That's how I would kind of describe those. So also use some samples up of that one. I only have three actual products left. One of them is the Glam Glow Volcasmic Matte Glow Moisturizer. My skin is not meant for this. It was not moisturizing enough, and fair enough, it says right on it, matte glow. It oddly does give you, doesn't make it glowy per se, but it just gives it that healthy, I've been moisturized kind of glow. So yeah, It smells like orange creamsicle. Every Glam Glow product is kind of gimmicky and smells like something, but yeah, it felt nice on the skin, just wasn't enough for my skin, but that's okay. It's not meant for me. One that, oh, speaking of something that smells, oh, you can still smell it too. This is Perricone MD Cocoa Moisture Mask. I like this, but not for the price. I don't even want to say it. This was $90 when it first came out. I'm pretty sure it's been discontinued since then, and it went on sale for $48, which was a lot better price for it. But essentially it was a cream mask with little capsules that had more nourishing ingredients in it, and it smells like cocoa. So did enjoy this. Wouldn't repurchase it just because I find that there are other masks that are more nourishing. But if you're like trying not to eat junk food and you're like, I just really want chocolate, it was really nice to throw this on and just sit here and smell it and just be like, okay, this will be good enough. It still smells really good. So if you found it for a really good price, like maybe if it shows up at Marshall's or TJ Maxx or something, I might think about it. But yeah, definitely not like a $90 mask. We also have a Bath & Body Works candle. It's the Soft Pink Petal Tea Cake. It's a really cute, like pastel whitish pink color. I don't even know how to describe what it smells like. It's just like a very soft, subtle scent. I feel like it's more like a laundry scent. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to describe this one. Sorry guys. Fresh laundry. Which could smell like a million other things. But yeah, so this one is gone. And then last but not least, I just have a couple samples left. So I got 2 Origins Zero Oil Deep Pore Cleanser. I know my sister likes this one because of the mintiness to it. I personally did not like this. I find that if usually somebody's into minty stuff, Ulla Henriksen's Green line has a really nice minty cleanser. The Glam Glow Super Cleanse is also a really nice minty cleanser. I just found that this one did nothing for me. It didn't lather, it didn't feel like it rinsed my skin. I always felt like I had to double wash when I was using it, which is weird for an oily skin targeted cleanser. That was a lot harder to get out. So that one was a no from me. I also had a sample of the Tatcha Deep Cleanse, which is the same as the one I went over earlier, so I like that one. And then last but not least in here was a Caudalie Skin Perfecting Serum. Can't really see much in serum samples, like especially when they're tiny from Sephora. All I can say is it smelled like a typical, like you could tell it had like tea tree or sage or something supposed to be clarifying and whatnot in it, but it didn't look like it did anything. I would use it because I get cystic acne breakouts along my jawline, and can't say it did anything, but also can't expect it to do anything in a week's worth of time. So that is everything. I have my numbers here. I was actually prepared for it this time. So prior to this update, we used up 169 products for a total of $2,424, and we've used up 17 samples. Drum roll, or product paper drum roll. We've used up 12 products in this one, and like I said, like it didn't feel like a lot, but they totaled $259, and that's because like the mask itself, I did only pay $48 for it, so I put that down as $48, but even the perfume was like $63, which is a lot. The Kula is really stupid expensive, not as expensive as Murata and Peter Thomas Roth, but still, it's still expensive, so like it does add up, and that's something you need to keep in mind, is that it might not be a large number of products, but going for a $3,000 use up goal this year, it definitely helps. So our new totals are 18 products, $2,683 used up, and then our samples are now sitting at 16. So that is exciting. That's actually a pretty decent August. I'm really happy about that. And yeah, thanks for watching this. It's time to leave the empties and purchases behind for a month. Hopefully my purchases is not as crazy as it was this month. Get it under control, come on. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.